What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones. And if you want updates to all the Jones for Sports content, I'm going to need y'all to.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push the button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Push the goddamn button. What is good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Arc podcast, brought to you by Jones for Sports. We make sports better. And as always, I am your host, Jones, and brought to you with my two co-hosts, Nat the GM and J Mick. What is up, family? How y'all doing?
Doing good. How you doing, J Mick?
I mean, I'm doing good as well.
Yeah.
Team is good as I'm good. So that's all that counts.
That's right.
I like it. Unfortunately, my camera is not working today, ladies and gents. So y'all just gonna have to hear my voice. But there's still conversations to be had, so we still gonna get this thing rolling. But before we do all that, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like, that subscribe, comment as we go, share it as we go, and most importantly, enjoy the show. Let's get into it. Nat, start us off.
Bam, 83 points.
83.
83 of them things. 83.
I want to hear what y'all got to say about this one. I want to hear what everybody want to say.
83 points. Man, I'm really trying hard not to discredit that 83 points, but they was already winning. It was a fucking blowout, and they kept him in and just kept going. I'm like, God, it's the Wizards, but I think some of it with me, is, I'm a Kobe fan, big Kobe fan, and I really would have loved for someone who is like that with the ball to really, either tie him or break him or whatever. I got a dude that's scared to shoot threes. Sometimes he's not really an offensive guy, and then all of a sudden he just gets 83 on the Washington Wizards. And I'm just like, oh, that's disgusting. But let's just get into it. 43 free throws. 43 free throws. The Wizards had shit. Like, Bam had all the free throws. I'll put y'all like that. Every free throw went to Bam. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I do know how I feel, but man, I'm a little pissed off, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just like, why him? Why couldn't it be like Ant? Why couldn't it be, somebody else? Shit. It had to be Bam, who's probably gonna be scared as fuck to shoot the ball in the next game, and you're gonna be begging for him to score. I don't know, man. J Mick, what you think?
See, I got this. There's a common phrase people that say love hate, but for me in the Heat, I got a hate with the Miami. So I just 100%. Hate the fact, I'm not a big Kobe guy. I'm a big Celtic guy. So I'm just not a fan of any Laker. But the thing is, like, Kobe Bryant, like, I'm not a fan of his, but I do respect him a lot. So I mean, I'm not like a pure Kobe hater. So I mean, to me, I've been telling people this for a while. I've been telling people, like, that record is, I mean, to me, it's not a determinant factor of how great of a basketball player you are. What it really is just how good you were on one particular night. And, like, it just, by Bam scoring 83, it just tells you that if one guy got it going, and this is the NBA, like, all these dudes could play and shoot and score. So it just, for me, it's just a confirmation that if you got it going one night and you can keep it going for the whole night, I mean, you can score 80 in a game. I mean, especially if you play in a team like the Wizards, because that team is god awful. So I mean, but to be honest, like, I was surprised. I mean, I never thought Bam would even score over 50. But I mean, like, props to Bam, and I mean, like, the Miami Heat. I mean, he scored 83. I mean, I can't. There's nothing I can say about it.
I hear you. I mean, what's funny when you can't take it away. Obviously, 83 is 83. it shows you can leave anybody in that got it going on in a game and just like feed the fuck out of them, and somebody can get it. It shows that more people can probably do it, and more people will. I'll tell you that much right now. Um, I I do feel you, when basically you're saying like on any particular night, it just somebody got to go and it just is what it is. So, and it doesn't, and I like the point that you made. It doesn't matter like about the 83. It doesn't say much about you as the player and doesn't tell the whole story. So that's true. But he will be in the history books.
Yep.
And, I'm going to be shocked as hell if this is March, if in the next 20 days, someone else does this, then I think then we got a problem. But what about you, Jones? I see the congrats, bam. Like, we know he love it. He Knicks fan, Miami Heat fan.
I wish y'all could see my face. I'm not a Heat fan. But I wish y'all could see my face because I'm disappointed in you two right now.
Yeah.
Disappointed. You guys are just, along with the haters. Yeah. Come on, man. If we real basketball fans, we got to respect and honor this. Yes, it's not what Kobe did. It's not impressive like what Kobe did. Yes, he shot 43 free throws. Yes, it was an ugly game, especially towards the fourth quarter. All that is true. But 83 is 83. And out of those 43 free throws, he made 36. Name people that can actually make 36 free throws. And he's a big man. He's a big.
Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards,
what I said.
Jaylen Brown.
You missed what I said. He's a big.
Karl Anthony Towns. Joker.
No.
I mean, didn't Karl score 70 or last year or the year before?
No, Embiid did that.
I thought he scored 60 or 70.
No, Towns has something like 60.
He has a 60-point game.
Yeah, and I think Embiid last year, I think
Embiid had a 70-point game last year.
Embiid had that 70.
I mean, but if you want to be honest though, if Bam would have took less threes, he might have been able to score 100. If you want me to be honest with you. Just saying.
I'm not sure how.
Because I think from three, he shot 7 for 22. A lot of the missed threes was in the fourth quarter where he could have just drove to the hoop. He could have gotten even more foul shots than he did. But I think towards the end of the game, he started settling for threes. Whether that's him being tired, because scoring 83 points is. He put up 46 shots and shot 43 free throws. That's a lot of work. So what I'm saying is, if he would have not settled in that fourth quarter for so many threes that he wasn't making anyways, he could have got close to 100.
That's a good point. I definitely agree with that. But in the fourth quarter, he wasn't really shooting that many threes. I mean, he was shooting threes because at that point they were starting to double and triple team him. So he was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna go for this record, I gotta shoot it from here because they ain't letting me in the paint. That's true. My thing is, as a basketball fan, we love to watch when history is being made, when history is happening in front of our eyes. Mm-hmm. And to say that a man that, because he beat Kobe, that's what most of the issue is because it was done, he beat Kobe. I think that's where most of the hate is coming from. But you got to respect somebody that, especially because of what you said, Nat, it's someone that you don't expect to do that. Like when I woke up and saw the text from my brother that said, bam, and capital letters, scored 83 points, not Ant, not Luka, not this, not that. Bam, out of box. I'm like, God damn, what? No, hell no, it can't be Bam. So I get where you're coming from, 1,000%. But I just hate that people are not putting enough respect on this because it's history. In 15, 20 years, ain't nobody going to be thinking about how many free throws he took, how many shots he took. And nobody's going to be thinking about the team because nobody says that about Kobe. Kobe played a trash-ass Raptors team. The Raptors were not good. Mm-hmm. They were not good. So my thing is, it just, especially the players, the coaches that are doing it. I understand the fans do it. I get all that. But the players that know how hard it is to do that, like I get what you guys were saying. Anybody can have a hot night and go do that, but we don't see it. And if they could, they would do it. They would do it. Like I just don't respect that people are not putting enough respect on this. Like, and they were up 20 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, if you are an athlete in general, and if you have a shot at history, and your team is gonna allow you to go get it, goddamn right, I'm gonna go fucking get it. I'm gonna go get it. So the hate that's going at Bam, the hate that's going at Eric Spoelstra, the hate that's going at the team, it makes no sense to me. If we're basketball fans like we said we are, we're supposed to appreciate that. No matter how it happens, 83 is not easy to do. Because if it was, it would have been done a lot more. The last time someone scored 80 was Kobe, and that was 20 years ago. 20. So I understand people being a little butthurt about it because of Kobe, but at the end of the day, we should respect it more than we hate on it.
You know what it really boils down to? Fuck Miami and fuck Bam Adebayo, and I'm a happy fucking hater of the Miami Heat.
I guess so.
And then I
sum that shit up. Sum that shit up. I don't care.
That's the Boston talking. I get it.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's the biggest highlight that they're gonna have in a lot of years. So just
I wish it was against y'all motherfuckers. I would have loved that.
It would never happen. That would never happen. It'll never happen. That Bam will go back to being the guy that's scared to shoot, that's scared to like really put pressure on the defense. He will go right back to that guy versus Boston.
Hey, boy don't got to score another point for the rest of his career. Boy got 83 in the game. I don't have to score another mother.
That's their championship, J-Mick. You hear him, right? That's their championship.
Pretty much.
It wasn't going to win a championship anyways. So
no, because that's y'all's championship. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's the championship for the Miami Heat. Bam got 83 points. I'm going to hear about this shit forever because the motherfuckers ain't going to be in the finals. But I'm going to hear about this shit for a long time because, at least Bam got 83.
Yep.
And
because if it was fucking, say when y'all had Chris Stack and he scored 83 against the Wizards, the same way he did it, how y'all going to feel about it?
You said Kristaps?
Yep.
I mean, I feel good because the guy on my team scored 83, but that'd be it though. I mean, I wouldn't be, like parading that thing around 3 years from now though.
No, but that's my thing. Nobody's gonna be talking about this shit in 3 years. Like,
the Heat fans will. Trust me.
This is a moment in history that we should celebrate. That's it. Everybody.
I ain't celebrating shit. I ain't celebrating shit.
Y'all overblowing this shit.
I ain't celebrating shit. Fuck Miami Heat. I don't care. Fuck them. But shout out to Bam, I guess.
It's just hate because it's the Heat. I get that. But if it's just hate because the Kobe thing, I can't stand that.
Yeah, see, I'm not a Kobe fan. So the one thing I would say about Kobe, I don't like he has so many accolades in his career that like just because Bam scores 83 doesn't devalue his accolades.
Exactly.
That's the part I don't get Kobe fans crashing out on Twitter and like different social media platforms because Bam Adebayo scored 2 more points than him and scored 83 versus Kobe's 81. It doesn't. Kobe's still Kobe. Kobe's still one of the greatest players ever played.
Still Kobe.
It's just not going to change.
Kobe's 81 was much better than Bam's. I can admit that, and Bam would admit that. But it doesn't change the fact that he still got 83.
I mean, Kobe will always be better than Bam. That'll never change. So
that's a fact, and I honestly believe that, especially from what I've been seeing, the post that I've been seeing from Kobe's like social media shits, is that Kobe would have respected this. He would have for sure probably been a little salty, like, oh damn, somebody broke my record. But at the same time, he probably been like, yo, good shit, Bam. And then he would have tried to go beat it himself, because that's the type of guy Kobe was.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So it's I just don't like when history is happening and we don't celebrate it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a when you're a fan like that, you're supposed to celebrate these moments because when the next time we're gonna see an 83-point game or
Shit, it might be tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. Who the Wizards playing tomorrow? Hold on, let me check. Who the Wizards playing? Let me see who got a chance today. Orlando, Bane. Bane, come on, Bane. Like Bane, you can do it. It's
and
a
y'all not,
free-for-all.
that's the other thing. Y'all not putting enough respect on Bam's game either. Bam is nice. He ain't amazing, but he nice. The boy not a Paul.
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I think that Bam has all the capabilities of actually being like a top 3 big man or, you know, scorer and defender, two-way player, you know, and consistently. My problem with Bam is he does not take the initiative or he's not aggressive in every single game to go and score. There are a lot of games where Bam, he just like, you know, passive or running around, you know, he's always good defensively, but offensively, he's not always like that. It's not consistent. So that's my problem with Bam. I never said I did not like his game. I think that Bam is very good, but it's the lack of consistency with Bam. And then you get the 83. Okay, great. And then don't go back and give me 15.
Why not? That's my problem right there is that if that's his game, if that's not what he do, he had a night where he went crazy. Okay, you can't expect him to go crazy every night though.
I expected from a few big men to be consistent and score the ball. I expected from a few big men, and I expect Bam to be more consistent offensively. And I think that is okay to say. I think that actually they're not using him to his full capabilities. And I think that a lot of time it's coasting. And I think that like Eric Spoelstra has a lot to do with that, you know, and sometimes Bam with the lack of aggression, you know, with wanting the ball, wanting the moment. You know, Tyler Hero got all the confidence in the world, but Bam, not all the time. So I do have an issue with that because he's coasting. So if you can do 83, bro, you know, like you can do more. You can do more on the court. So I give it to you. Yeah, you get 83, but be more consistent on the court offensively. That's all I'm saying.
I respect that.
So, and I've always wanted to see that from Bam, though. I've always wanted to see him do more. There's a lot of tweets that I would be sending out because I think that Eric Spoelstra's not using Bam correctly and Bam's not aggressive enough. You know, and it's like it would be nice to see. And that's me not hating on the Miami Heat, but actually just giving a basketball opinion. You know, I think that if he takes another step offensively and is just more consistent and more aggressive, give me the ball, I got this. You know, Miami might look a little different. You know, there might be a lot more hope than it is now. But right now he's a compliment and not the guy. He's a nice complimentary player. So
well, hopefully this game unlocked him.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, we'll see.
People are being haters, but be consistent. I'm very consistent. Fuck Miami.
I've been hating Miami for a long time.
I'm never gonna change.
For me, it's real consistent.
It's so consistent. Like fuck Miami. I don't really care that much, you know. But like shit, good for you, Bam. You know, go out and let me see you go get 25 consistently, 30 consistently. Let me see you do it. You know, don't live just in this moment. That's all I'm saying. Like, because if this was if Ant would have got 83, that motherfucker would be trying to average 40. He would just be charged up, you know, and that would push him, you know, because I got 83. Man, let me see if I go average 40 on these O's. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see Bam go back down to maybe he got 15, 16 points. I don't want to see that. I think he's too good, honestly. Like, I think his skill set is too good to just be not bare minimum, but just kind of mid offensively. Like on, you know, in a lot of these games. I think he's a lot better than what we've seen. Is what I'm really saying. So that's all y'all gonna get out of me. That's it. About this Bam shit.
Oh, last thing on this Bam shit, I gotta say this to the players that all them corny ass players that was talking shit about it and had to throw a slight. Like, I think that shit is corny too, because I get it. Y'all not on the same teams and shit like that. But y'all are, what do they call it? Fraternity. Y'all all in the same fraternity. when somebody in your fraternity does something like that, it helps build the game when y'all all, credit it in some way. I'm not saying they're supposed to be, screaming Bam for MVP, but give credit when credit is due. And I feel like a lot of players didn't give some credit. Some people just didn't give a fuck at all. And that's just corny, because if it was any other name outside of him, they would have said something. I think that shit corny.
Now, let me ask you this, right? Because you're going to pull us back in this damn conversation. Are people not allowed to critique the way he got 83? It's just 1000%. They have to congratulate just that he has 83, but they can't critique how?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Because you're 1000% allowed to critique. When I made the post, I critiqued it, but I also gave him credit in the same breath. You can do both, and I don't see enough people doing both. I see them doing one, which is just criticizing him instead of saying, but he did score 83, and that ain't easy to do. They just saying, nah, he didn't do it like Kobe. Oh, he shot 43 free throws. Oh, he did this, he did that. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. Oh, that happened.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying just, they can say that and in the same breath say, but that shit ain't easy to do. He did score 83 points. That ain't easy to do.
Well, let me ask you this, right? Because I think we should go back and watch this Kobe game too, right? But when Kobe was playing and he got to 81, right? Were the Lakers intentionally like fouling and like trying to make sure he got the 81, or was it just like a natural flow of the game?
It was natural flow.
Yeah, but they were also up in that game too. If I remember right, I thought they was up by like 15 or 20 in that game.
They won by like 15, but were they up the whole game? That's why I'm asking, because I just watched clips of that game like a while ago. I have not actually watched that game like through and through. So like, did they go up in the fourth quarter and then Kobe stayed in? Or like, did they keep him in once they had a lead in the third and they still kept him in to run it up?
Yeah, I have to rewatch the game. But I mean, at the end of the day, like if I'm a coach, if I'm Spoelstra and my guy has like 65 points going into the fourth quarter, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to get him as many opportunities as he can to get as many points as he can. I think like it's a situation where you don't know if you'll ever get that many points again, so you might as well score all the points you could get. And say, like I said, I'm the coach. Like I'm gonna give him the ball every time, like it just see what he could do.
Yo, we're gonna leave it at that. At the end of the day, he got 83, and nobody can take that from him. He's in the history books. So people are going to be talking about Bam, whether he gets a championship in his, career or not, or whatever. His name is going to consistently be brought up, because he got that 83. And not only that, but he is the one that passed Kobe. And got a couple extra points and over Kobe. So his name will forever, be brought up, on Sports Center, all the things. So regardless, he got it.
So I'm looking at it right now. And it was the Lakers were at this point. Hold on. Let me pause it real quick. The Lakers are up 15 at this point with 3 minutes left, and Kobe has 70. They're up 15 with 3 minutes left, and he has 70, and he's still going.
Yeah, I'm just not taking you out the game. Like if you got 70 and I'm not 30, I'm not gonna take you out. I mean,
I'm not taking you out. Hey, we watching you cook. I'm gonna watch you cook until you can't anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's in the history book, so it's like there's nothing we can say about it, and we're gonna keep talking about it, and it's gonna keep getting brought up. But we're gonna move on, because fuck Miami. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna stay true to that. There's the consistency, y'all. You'll always hear me say that. I got love for D Wade. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a lot of love for D Wade. Jason Tatum's return. Tatum has been back for what, 6 days? I think that's what it's been. J-Mick, how you feel about the return? What do you see?
I actually didn't want him to come back this soon. I'm gonna be honest with people.
Yeah.
I thought he should have waited till like the end of this month, maybe a couple more weeks. I mean, but what I've seen, I really can't. I gotta say, I was wrong in that saying that he should have waited. I mean, he looked. I mean, like the first game he was back, it was must see TV. I watched it. I mean, his shot wasn't there. I mean, his defense and his rebounding was there. I watched the game against the Cavs. I mean, I thought I was watching Tatum from last regular season. I was like, wow, this dude is really like he's back. Like, you know, and they played against with the Spurs on Tuesday. And so I mean, yeah, like he's getting back into form. I mean, he looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, defensively, he looks really good, and honestly, that's something that you have to look at with these guys when they get injured, especially those ACLs, and then they come back. How do you look defensively? Because you have to trust your body, and it's like that effort also. And how do you look? And he's looked really, really good defensively. I think that was the biggest shocker for me. His shooting splits are terrible. I'll say that, but I think that that's to be expected because everything's going to be short. You got to get into basketball shape. And so we got to see what comes of that if it gets better in the playoffs as well, which it should. The more he plays, the better game shape he'll get in. So I think he's shooting around 39% from the field, and I think like 25%, if I'm not mistaken. From three. I think that's right there where obviously there's a lot of room for improvement. But granted, this man just came back from being off 10 months. So there's not a lot that I'm going to say about him and how he's come back. It is great to see him back. It is great to see him in great spirits and kind of just fit right in to what's already been going on. I thought that he would sit out the whole season, I'll be honest, and come back strong next year, but it looks like he just rehabbed so well. His body it healed the way it was supposed to. And if he's cleared, the doctors clear him, and then he says, I feel good, I can't knock him for that. That he's a grown ass man, that's his body, and he knows. He's a very smart man, so he knows, but Jones, how you feeling about Tatum and his comeback?
So I was like more with what Jay Mick was saying as far as I thought, my first thought, just, putting the hate for Boston aside, I was thinking, like Jay Mick, he should probably wait until, they get a little bit closer to the playoffs because, you never know what would happen in between that time. He might get re-injured or something like that. But after I saw the first two games, I was like, oh, he looks fine. He's gonna be just fine. And then I had to think about it in just a basketball standpoint. At first I was thinking he might disrupt what they got going right now. Maybe not right now because of the limited minutes. He's still playing a good amount of minutes, but it's not as normal. So I'm like, all right, they'll plug and play him kind of like that. But the more he starts to play, I feel like it was going to start swaying a little bit differently from how you guys were looking this entire season. But that being said, I'm feeling a little bit more confident that the team is going to be able to gel more with him the way that they are, and that he'll be able to take, if he needs to, a backseat to JB right now because he knows that JB is killing. The rest of the team is killing, and that he is, even though he's back, that he's still recovering. He's not fully 100%. And hopefully he knows that and he feels that, and that he doesn't get too big-headed. That's what my biggest worry with him is that come playoff time, depending on where he's at in his recovery, especially depending on how the series goes, depending on who they play, especially if he plays the Knicks, I'm sure at that point, if he plays the Knicks, he's going to want to really ramp it up. And I'm scared for him in that sense that he will re-injure himself or force it to where he's actually hurting the team. That's my worry with him, because you do see that with other players that they try to come back and they try to force it a little bit too much and messing up the chemistry. They mess up their game, they mess up their injury, whatever it was. But it looks pretty good. Like, that's my only worry with Jason Tatum, is that when come playoff time, he might start ramping it up too soon. But obviously the doctors will, keep him updated with that.
Yeah. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how he does going forward. Like I said, game shape. He's gonna be good. He's gonna continue to get better. Conditioning and all that stuff like that. He's probably gonna drop some weight as well because he's consistently playing now. I think that he is playing in the flow of the team. And Jaylen Brown is still being Jaylen Brown of what he's been doing this year. So I'm actually okay, with what's going on and how he hasn't tried to actually force himself as, hey, I'm the guy. It's more so like, let me just ease in and, and just go in the flow of what's already been done. So I look forward to seeing, how he looks in, was it April, and see if his shooting splits get better and the ball is not as short. When he shoots. Right now they are clearly in second place. They have 3 games up on New York, and they are 4 games in back of Detroit, which I probably think Boston's going to stay in the 2 spot. And New York will probably stay 3. What do you guys think? Boston versus Toronto first round. If that were to be today, playoff start, that's who they would most likely play. Also, depending on like how that play-in goes, but let's just say it's Toronto. Like Jones, how do you feel about Boston and Toronto?
I think obviously you guys win this series, but I think Toronto will put up a fight. They have been looking. They've got a nice, decent team. They've got a nice, decent team. I think you guys probably win it 4-1, 4-2 the most. But like I said, I think it'll be a competitive series. Celtics will how do you say it? Handily win the series, but you'll see the fight and you'll leave that series having a lot more respect for Toronto than before. That's what I think.
Off the top of y'all's head right now, because I know J-Mick know Boston gonna win. We on the same page with that, so we listen. Off the top of your head, who's coming out the East? Who's coming out the West? Go ahead, J-Mick.
With Tatum back, there's only one answer for me. It's the Celtics. That's it.
All right.
And then out the West. I've been saying this on this pod for a while. I don't think the Thunder coming out the West. I'm going with the Nuggets. And I know they've been struggling a little bit lately, but I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I like it. Go ahead, Jones.
We ain't scared of y'all niggas. It's Knicks, baby. We coming out the East, baby. Fuck y'all talking about. We ain't scared of you or the Detroit. We ain't scared of you motherfuckers. It's New York. Then
you ain't gotta be scared.
Yeah, we ain't scared of you. You have Tatum. It don't matter who's on the court. We done beat y'all with Tatum. We ain't scared. Now he ain't 100%. Yeah, we ain't scared.
Oh, he's like, he ain't 100%. Like you see that right there. Yo, he ain't 100%. You know what I'm saying? Please,
he was 100% last year, and we got y'all. So we definitely ain't scared.
And could not get to the finals. Indiana,
but look, we're not talking about that.
Beat your ass.
Oh,
I mean, when you bring up the pass, and you got to bring up the whole pass, man.
There you go.
We're talking about this year. You asked about 2026, not 2025.
But then you just said we beat y'all last year, so I went back last year.
I mean, it's not even the same team as last year.
Well, just to remind you that we beat y'all with him last year. So that's just a reminder to let you know. I hope y'all, some of y'all think that Tatum was out the whole series. No, he was there. He was getting his ass beat too. Yep. God,
I'm telling you, that's why New York and Miami, it's gonna be a long time before they get fucking championship. This is the shit that they talk about every single time. It's gonna be a long time.
New York.
You're gonna have gray hair by the time they win again.
I can't wait to send your asses home again.
I'm gonna ask y'all a controversial question to end it because I think we're gonna bring it up again next week. Off the top of your head, right now, is Kawhi Leonard a top 25 player? All time.
I'd say no.
Shit, he might be.
And I give him top 30. I just don't give him top 25.
I'm gonna have to say yes. I think he might get in there. That's a hard one, but that's the way he been playing. God damn. Boy, nice. I can't hate.
All right. I want y'all to sit with that. And because we are going to bring this back up next week.
Yes, sir. Hopefully my camera's fixed by then. If not, I'll probably
Yeah, I want to see your facial expressions when we get into this because it's a controversial take. It's controversial. But
yeah, no, that's definitely a good question. I like that.
Let's get on up out of here, guys.
All right. Well, you guys know what to do. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share, and enjoy the show if you are watching the rewatch of this episode. It's your boy Jones, J McNatt, the GM, Beyond the Art, brought to you by Jones for Sports. We make sports better. Have a good one.
Peace.
What it is, y'all, it's your boy Jones. And if you want updates to all the Jones for Sports content, I'm going to need y'all to...
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
Push the goddamn button.